Hello everyone. Today I want to talk to you about left-handed dentists. So if you are a left-handed dentist, this might benefit you. If you're a practice owner looking to hire, this will also benefit you. Or if you're building your first practice, this will benefit you a lot as well. First, for credibility, my name is Khaled. I have been a dentist for 20 years. I own and run the practice Lakeside Dental Spa in Harvey Bay in Queensland. For the last 14 years, I took it from 1 chair to 10 chairs, and I took it from a team of 3 people into a team of 40 staff members. My oldest son, he is also left-handed, and he's a super talented, skilled boy. He plays beautiful music, and many left-handeds are very, very, very talented in like soccer, tennis, because it confuses the opposition. So and they seem to be gifted somehow in a way that we don't understand as well. My son, by the way, is the only left-handed person in the whole family that we have. Let me tell you a story. So many years back in my old practice, I did an interview with a dentist, really good dentist, who would be a very good fit in our practice. Went through the interview process, we went through all the hiring process. And then when he came to see the practice just before starting his first day, he realized that all our chairs are right-handed chairs. And that is the first time he told me he's left-handed and simply he can't work on the right side. And back then I couldn't afford to change the chair. It just wasn't, it wasn't financially viable for me to do it. And we agreed not to start the employment. So what's my advice to you if you are left-handed? Number one, if you have the ability to practice your right hand, this might help you a lot. The reason is, even with left-handed chairs, many dental assistants are not used to work on the other side. And also, many rooms are not set up, even if the chair can go right and left, to work for the DA on the other side. Depends on how they set up the room. So if you can practice your right hand, will help you a lot. I have met dentists who can work with right and left hand equally, and they manage to practice that. But if it's not a struggle, my second advice to you, in your resume, make sure it's very, very clear on your cover letter and resume. Because this will help you a lot from avoiding this problem from starting. You could invest in a position and you pay for your accommodation, your flights, and you're going to start and then realize you cannot work on this practice. But not just write you're left-handed. There could be practices, especially in rural areas, struggling to find an associate for a long time. They might be willing to invest to change the room setup to accommodate for you, especially if you're planning to stay for a year or two or even longer. What is a $30,000 to $50,000 investment if you can find a dentist to help you find a dentist work for you? So my advice to you, don't just write you're left-handed. Say you're a left-handed dentist, you can't work on the right side, but if you're willing to invest in me or invest in your room to change the setup, I'm willing to stay for you for X amount of years. So I'm willing to provide, reciprocate a little bit in your resume. Don't just say you're left-handed, because it might, as you mentioned, or as we mentioned before, it might push people off from offering you a position, but make it clear that if they're willing to invest, you're willing to stay for longer. So that if there is a struggling practice who can't hire because of their position or their location, they might be willing to invest in hiring you. My advice now for practice owners, if you are building your new practice, make sure you have chairs that can work right and left-handed. Make sure your room is set up in a way that even DAs can work on the right side or the left-hand side as well. This will help you when hiring and also help you with doing oral surgery. Sometimes with oral surgery or certain procedures, sometimes I want to swap sides with a DA. So I want to be on the left side, and sometimes I want to be on the right side. Depends on which area I'm operating as well. If you find this information helpful, please make sure you like and share it. If you want to hear more content from me, subscribe to my channel. I will provide you with more content. Thank you so much for listening. It means a lot to me.